Hi, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot. Welcome to another 10 Talk Tuesday. Today I want to speak about when not to do a reading. Hi, welcome back. So when should you not do a reading? We all want to do as many readings as we can, especially if we're doing this for a living, and especially if we have loads of bookings in our appointment book. We want to do a reading for everybody. We want to do a reading for every single one of our clients at any time that they want, at any time that is convenient for us and for them. And I don't think we really think about when we should not do that reading for a person. And there's so many reasons why we should not be doing a reading, and I'm going to mention three, okay? And to me, these are the three most important ones. And let's get right into it. I think the very first time, or the first reason you should not be doing a reading for someone is if you personally are feeling depressed, unloved, unhelpful, or unhelped, maybe actually even feeling physically sick, feel like you got a bit of flu, that sort of thing. If you are down, if you are down in spirit, and if you are down in spiritual energy, you are not going to be able to do the reading with any kind of positive result. Okay? You cannot tell me that you can have massive amounts of flu, virtually bedridden, and you're going to do a really, really good reading. You cannot tell me that you are incredibly depressed because your pet has just died, okay? And you have a reading booked for that afternoon. You're not going to be able to do that reading. I can tell you that right now. All right? Your spirit and your soul and your energies are not there. They are with the animal. They are with your grieving process. They are part of that. You are using your energy for that. Okay? So that is the very first one that I want to tell you. If you are feeling out of sorts, depressed, down, no energy, no spiritual energy, you must not take on a reading. All right? The second time you must not take on a reading is if you have the gut feel that it isn't right. Now, this is a very tricky one because a lot of us don't listen to that gut feel or that little voice in our head or that little angel or demon on our shoulder, okay? A lot of us just think to ourselves, it's just a whatever, what a stupid feeling. I always say this to people: don't ever ignore your gut feel or that little voice that's whispering in your ear, ever, okay? It's always right. That is the second way I would know not to do a reading, is if something is off. And there are so many things that could be off. The client itself they could just be like, you could just be getting like seriously negative, dark vibes from them. Excuse me. And in that case, I would be like, hell no, do not do any reading. Get that person out of your reading room, out of your personal space as quick as possible. Okay. Or if perhaps you feel that the client is too emotional, all right, way too emotional, that they're not going to be able to sit through the reading and absorb and actually process what you're going to tell them. That would be a definite scenario where you do not do a reading. So any kind of gut feel where you feel either the client is giving off a seriously negative or bad vibe, or if the client is over emotional themselves. I have done a video on when we are emotionally involved with the reading, but this is different. This is when the client is too emotional to have a proper reading. So that is the second way that you will know that you shouldn't be doing a reading. Okay, so the third way that you would know not to do a reading is if something keeps interrupting that reading to happen. So what? Okay, let me try and put it this way. Mrs. Jones books a reading, and 2 days later she has to phone and cancel her reading because her car's got a flat tire. She rebooks. She then, on her way, she speeds and she gets a traffic fine. She rebooks. You then get the flu. You have to rebook. This is an absolute sign from the universe that reading should not take place. Okay? Do not do that reading. Either refer that client to another reader or try to put them off somehow. That sounds terrible. It sounds like I'm saying, leave them in the lurch, drop them in the dwang. But I'm not. What I'm saying to you is that reading is not meant to happen. Now, this is different to if a client constantly phones and cancels for some odd reason. Okay, you've got to weigh these two very carefully. There's a difference between a client who just constantly cancels and doesn't give a shit. Okay, that's a client you don't want to do readings for anyway. Go. But this is a person who, just through circumstance, through happenstance, just doesn't seem to get to you. Either because you can't see her, shit happens in your life, or shit happens in their life, and they just can't seem to get to you. It is a clear sign that you should not do that reading. And I guarantee you, if you do end up doing that reading, something shit is going to happen. Some kind of crap storm is going to erupt, either for you or for them or for both of you. Okay, because it is the universe saying to you, do not do that reading. I have tried to intervene. I've tried to keep you and that client apart. Stop it. Don't do the reading. And then because we do the reading, because none of us listens to the universe until the universe gets a big plank and whacks us on the head. Okay, and then the shit hits the fan. All right. So that is the third reason you should not be doing a reading is if there's this constant intervention of something that prevents the two of you from actually getting together to do a reading. So number one, if you are feeling down, if your spirit is not there, if your energies are not there, and if your mind is not there, okay, don't do the reading. Number two, if there's a vast amount of negative energy coming from that client, and if you have this gut feel or this little sort of whisper in your ear that says, don't do the reading for this person. Don't ignore that. Don't ignore your gut feel and don't ignore that little whisper in your ear, because that is going to put you exactly in the same situation as if you do a reading for somebody who just can't get to you. If you ignore that gut feel, you do that reading, something shit's going to happen. Okay? Always listen to your gut feel. And as I say, if you're feeling this major negative energy from the client, get them the hell out of your personal space and especially out of your house. And then, of course, the third reason you should not be doing a reading is if you have got this interference from the universe. And you will know the difference between a client that is just constantly canceling and somebody who is being prevented from seeing you. Okay? And the way you will probably know that is if there are times when you have booked and you have to also cancel. All right? That's the universe keeping you guys apart. So there are 3 reasons why when you should not be doing a reading. And I hope that you guys have put these into practice already, because it's basically common general knowledge, okay? But I just wanted to remind you of this. If there are any other reasons that you can think of why you should not do a reading, please, you know what? Leave me comments. You know I love comments, guys. Come on, comment, share with us, and I don't mind if you write me a whole paragraph. I love it. Okay, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot, and I will see you next Tuesday for another 10 Talk. Bye.